Hi, I'm Practical Wizard Chip Engelman, and today we're going to talk about a very simple and very powerful tool, your emotional compass. In fact, if you were to use this tool and no other, you would still find everything you want and live your life in the most profound joy beyond anything you could possibly imagine. You see, the emotional compass always points to the highest aspect of who you are, infinite intelligence, a being of light and love. And joy is the vibrational expression of your divinity. To use this compass, all you need to know is if a thought feels better or worse from how you feel right now. If it feels expansive, it is moving you in the direction of what you're wanting. If it feels contracting, it is delaying the experience of what you're wanting. As the universe is always moving towards expansion, expansive thoughts will always put you in the direction of receiving your greatest joy. Like any tool, you need to use it and get the feel of how it works. Let's start with something simple. Picture biting into your favorite pastry. Now picture chewing on a handful of aspirin. Notice how you feel when you consider the two options. Which feels more like expansion? I'm assuming that most people will find the idea of a pastry more expansive than the idea of the aspirin. But this compass is very situational. Suppose you have a very bad headache. The idea of the pastry does not feel like expansion. In fact, it's a non-issue. The real issue is, do you choose the headache or do you choose chewing a handful of aspirin? Neither feels like joy. The state of joy is so far removed from this situation that it is unimaginable. But in this case, it may feel like relief to eat the aspirin. This brings us to a point. There are many situations where joy is beyond reach, but there will always be a choice or thought that feels like relief. The thought that feels like relief is always expansive, and therefore pointing you in the direction of joy. Just like the person lost in the fog will find home using a magnetic compass, a person in despair will always find joy if they follow their emotional compass. Pretty cool, isn't it? If this was all there is, you might kick back in your easy chair and marvel at how cool it really is. But it's even cooler than that. Law of attraction comes into play. At a very fundamental level, any thought will attract another thought of similar vibration. It follows then that an expansive thought will attract even a more expansive thought, which will attract even a more expansive thought. It is not long before that path of despair becomes a superhighway to joy. The more you can bring your attention back to that thought that feels like relief, the thought that feels like expansion, the thought that feels better than where you are, the better and better it will get. And that is why it is my favorite tool in my toolbox.